Welcome to the Fitness Oracle Daily Show. I am your host, John Catavos, and today is Weekly Wednesday Challenge. And today we're going to be talking about how to deal with when you're feeling down and out. It's going to be a great show. We're going to be doing a lot of hard work on this. What do you do when you feel down? I know a lot of people, trainers, gurus, sifu, senseis, they just tell you, just bear down, get over it, add some positivity to your life. Think of happy thoughts. Life coaches will say that a lot. The problem with all this, and they're right to a point, the problem with this is that you're not allowing that voice, because that is a voice in your head. You're not allowing it to have an expression. You're not giving it the chance. So you're trying to suppress something with positive inundations, affirmations, prayers, whatever, which is great. And I do all of them. But sometimes when that doesn't work and a positive outcome won't come out of it, the important thing to do is to allow it to consume you for a little bit. I remember what I just said there, for a little bit. I'm not talking about a week, a month, a year. I'm talking about a couple of hours. Try to understand what this darkness is trying to tell you. And I can give you biblical examples on this, where Jesus allowed doubt to come into his head before he was going to be arrested by the Pharisees to be crucified and sacrificed as the lamb that he was supposed to be. And God from the heavens above came down and said, "This is my son. I am happy with him." He allowed himself to go into that darkness just for a brief, short period of time when he understood his mission. He did it in a quick manner because I believe, this is my own personal preference, I respect everybody else's, that Jesus Christ is God and he was just a manifestation of God in human form. That's what I believe. And he was giving us examples to live by through his teachings, through his parables, through his actions. And we are epically failing for the most part. Some people are actually doing his work, but very few. The ability to step into your darkness and understand it is a critical tool that you can utilize for your own benefit. Now, I have to give a forewarning, and I've given this forewarning in the beginning of October, throughout October, and I'm going to give it to you again. Do not act on the thoughts that you may be having. If the thoughts that you are having while in the darkness will cause harm to you or to someone else, do not act on them unless you're willing to deal with the consequences. But I'm telling you, do not act on those thoughts. Give them a voice. Try to understand what it's telling you. Try to understand how it feels about the situation that you're dealing with. And then look to see if you can come out with a positive outcome. One that will help propel you to a future greater than where you are at today. Because it's there for a reason. We're going to get a little bit of Christian on you. The good Lord above put it in there for a reason. He allowed you to have that doubt, that darkness inside of you, because he believes that you can beat it in a positive way, not in a negative way. I don't want people going out doing bad things. I don't want that. I am 1,000% against it. But I want you to Listen to it and see if you can come out with a positive outcome. If you can't, find someone that can help you to achieve a positive outcome. It could be starting up your own podcast. I'd love to hear it. I'd love to hear that podcast. Could be joining a community and going out kite surfing or skateboarding or um, mountain bike or mountain bike riding or running. There's a lot of running groups everywhere in the world, or cycling or something positive. Use your negative darkness or join a gym. It's the perfect outlet. The gym is the perfect outlet to release any negativity. And if you think I'm kidding, you go speak Dorian Yates, seven-time Mr. Olympia, who used his negativity, his own self-negative talk in the gym to win Mr. Olympia 7 times in the 90s. And no one was near him. No one. He won Mr. Olympia with a torn bicep and a torn hamstring. How many people do you know that can do that? I don't know anybody. But he used that negativity for a positive outcome. Do you see what I'm trying to say? You see where I'm trying to go with all this? You can use your darkness for something good. Now, challenge for you this week is just that. I want you, when you fall into that little bit of a darkness, when you start to have that self doubt and you have that creeping sensation that, you're not worthy of stuff, you're not worthy of something, my challenge to you is to go out for a walk anywhere between 20 and 45 minutes. Focus on your breathing. Listen to this doubt, this darkness that's coming in. I'll try to understand it, but I want you to maintain your breathing. And through that, see if there's a positive outcome that can come that will not hurt anybody or yourself. Something constructive rather than destructive, because the destructiveness, Indian mythology has the god of Shiva, which is the god of death and destruction, and the god of creation. I'm not Indian, I'm not Hindu, but that is a beautiful analogy of what I'm trying to express onto you today. God allows the devil to come into your brain so that you can get the juices flowing, so you can become more creative and create something beautiful in this world. But you need to destroy that past self. And in the Hindu mythology, it's the same thing with the god of Shiva. The god of destruction and catastrophes is also the god of creation and beauty, I think. The god of destruction is the god of creation. You cannot have creation without the destruction. You cannot have the light without the dark. You need to understand your dark in order to move into the light. And you can only do that through breathing and moving. And that's why this challenge is so important. Whenever you get that deep, dark sensation that the world is going to collapse on top of you, get your ass out into nature, go for a walk, 20 minutes to 40 minutes, 20 to 45 minutes, and just breathe. Understand what it's trying to tell you. There's a gem there that you're missing. You just haven't seen it yet. If you want to take this challenge even further, get your butt to the gym and put yourself into a hard workout. Use that negative self-talk. Please be forewarned, do not, do not verbalize it while you're at the gym. People might think you're absolutely crazy. They call the cops. You get the cops will get you some help, the wrong help. Well, I don't want to call it wrong help. It's just help that you may not need right now. The gym might be your medicine. So If you want to take this challenge even further, like I said, hit the gym. Think about what you're saying to yourself. Look yourself in the mirror and tell yourself that in your mirror, in the mirror. Grab the weight, grab 5 pounds heavier and do it. I normally don't say that to a lot of my clients because it's not structurally sound. But when you're at that level, when you're at the level where you're completely beat, psychologically beat, the body functions differently. The body functions not in the flight, but in the fight. There's no freeze here. So you're stronger and you can use that negative energy in a positive way to, one, release the negative energy, and two, get a bigger muscles, leaner. I don't like using leaner muscles either, but leaner muscles, toned, if whatever you want to call it, it's all bigger muscles, more better functioning muscles. Anyways, I rambled on for too long. Tomorrow we are going to go back into my past and we're going to go into the very first time where I lost VO Fitness. It was an interesting story and an interesting time in my life. Regardless, I want to thank you guys for watching this episode. I really do hope that you enjoyed it. If you're watching this on YouTube or Rumble, don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell, and share this episode with someone who you think might need it. If you're listening to this on iTunes, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Breaker, iHeartRadio, or whatever streaming service that you use, please give us a 5-star rating and a positive review, as it will help us reach out to more people that are suffering from mental health issues. But before you go, I'd like to invite you to keep this conversation going by signing up to your free account at PodInBox. Over the years, we have discovered that in order for us to achieve the greatness that we are destined for, we can't do this alone. So in order for you to find your place back in this world, we've come across this amazing tool called PodInBox, where we can get together and discuss this topic even deeper. All you have to do is click on the link in the show notes and sign up for your free account and find out for yourself how powerful community really is. Until tomorrow, you guys have an awesome day.